as soon as he get police, the guy down. Ah, God, as he sweat. He's at go get body out of jail. Oh boy. When I go to talk to Nigeria police, when I go to look like say, I didn't suffer. When I go to declare me wanted, now we put me for watch list. Just to correct him. David don't threaten CP, Commissioner of Police for Osun State. Oh yeah, now this is not threatening. Then they get quanta because of local government election there we won't come up. That is more battle. Now there he governor, he brought. Your uncle, that's stripper now. I want to let me be stressed. He's a police, as a commissioner, you understand, ministers, they work hand to hand to cause problem for the state. And they don't see this president. But put up the name of them. And my brother Spark Commerce. David don't want to talk about what they happen for Nigeria. Only when it don't reach the family tonight, the young call like Jamisha. Oh boy, he's really threatening a whole commissioner. He said, Commissioner, respect the rule of law. You are not madder than us. You are not crazier than us. He said, respect the sorting. He said, Mr. Ma, everywhere. I said, I'm trying. Fucker. Put out them there, they say, they don't write this one. No. He no end there. Now I tweet this one again. Mr. Commissioner, you are a disgrace to your family. He said, game on, fucker. From there, I post this one. Start together so that they will know. So play the video from here. I'm going to hear with the tech commissioner. At this point, this nigga is stuck, bro. And if you don't go mad for mad, they won't go for mad. For mad, you're mad, for mad. People they have said issue. You think you're crazy? You're crazy. Sir, what the fuck you up? I swear to God on my life. I swear to God. I can't fuck the commissioner up. We'll fuck you up. We'll pull up. The whole commissioner of police, person will get we pass the governor. Not the you be the state governor. Your uncle and the governor, you never go call saying and the guy the fight you straight to the whole commissioner. This is where I'm coming. The right menu. After I don't write everywhere full. Now I come back so now I hear the something I felt the emotion because of the bloodshed. And I go come. You never know say the commissioner the work. My brother. Shatawale. Go see what they're doing for Ghana. Shatawale. One professor against Shatawale say 20-something of December. Shatawale will do the pastor. The day when the pastor talk, now Shatawale with the media team tweet. Say, I'm not just attack Shatawale, they shoot at night, they rush and they go hospital. The Inspector General of Police, they think I potential and no more before. And they run, hold for it, you see here. I used to all everybody, they go, we are the criminal days, oh. And they look at us. Shatawale sleep for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And they give them fan. They don't look at face. Now, don't show gone. Please, they have to leave the
Hello everyone, welcome to my life. Welcome. Please guys, can you please power tap for me? Power tap, please. Let's do something.
Because when this now you post up for your normal page, you post up for police page, you post for everywhere. So when they not do reach this thing where they don't do so, threaten the whole commissioner of police. If they do not arrest her, carry and go make it face the law. My brother, all of us will threaten each other for this country. Now so it was ignorant not an excuse. Nothing they do. Oh, more people. When a person don't do it again, they can say, when you see bad things, you see it bad. If the police do your work, not they one person, they threaten a whole commissioner of police. I don't blame the video not them because police have to guide the video Nigeria. And you know, show that commissioner not try, the police have to do it. I mean, we just do the talk here. Those of now where they always
Very dark.
to see Obasanjo, you just come as a granted government. So, Baba, our former president, call here waiting your president talk. And then that's the people when they hear you, hey,
oh my God.
Share the money, PDP, share the money, call you again, where Obasanjo talk. How much is the native with the cash out? Call you the nonsense. Because if I talk nonsense, I don't get respect for anybody. Or I never see what where president of the country will talk this guy one person and you be president. Or you will tell him the charge of vindictiveness. What do you say to that? People have said it more than once. You know, Allah people have said it. Now, well, these people, let them give you chapter and verse. If people have said it, I hope you have not, but if you say you have said it, what happened to Bori? EFCC investigated the body and they found the body has misappropriated about $200 million. And they brought the report to me. And I said, Ibori, come, look at the report. Okay, assuming you have wasted 50 million, go and give EFCC $150 million. Then he came back and said, okay, where should we put it? I said, it's not your money, it's your state money. Give it to your state. Said, how do I do that? Open a central bank account for me, which I did. And then he came back and said, oh, if he just put money in central bank account belonging to Delta, I should open central bank account for all states. I did. Then he thought he was being clever. And Ricardo came and said, put it in their account in central bank. And then they still pursued it. So it was pursued up to London, where he went to prison. So if that is vindictiveness, I would say let Nigeria have more of such vindictiveness. They tell you say person get problem, he dig our money. Let us take money, which is my money. $100 million. So I know how much that. 1999 to 2006, I mean 7. Person $2.3 million. Then how many even now? Then also now, how bless okay, see what the president talk. Say call him. Because I don't tell the yes. She don't show 50 million. Then you give the SEC 150 million. Really? How this country not before? So this one a person will rule this country. No no wonder they sell it. Really, person with the teeth. Person teeth. You said you go back EFCC, back everybody. You gotta say, I will follow it up to me. Nah, brother, not be there, follow up to only who can do their own thing. Oh, now, nobody arrest the person here, drive all of them, and do nothing. UK, I can say, no, the way we need to enter their country called the bend, What do you go to English data? They have no call data people. They say, I'm running out of the last. And they teach everywhere. Now, the same person down now. We come on and give them. See, when they welcome, oh, who teach your money? We're not a good level for this country. Since we don't want to face the truth, we don't know the back. Now, they want it. Now, we teach. See, we're president of the country. See, what we talk one for math. That means, what will get prison? What will get the same? If anybody teach, we just, how many teach you won't teach before? There's I want teach car, I want teach this, but laptop I teach, they tell me it's okay. I go, not teach again. How many people you want proof before? I want eat 10, but only 2 are lucky. You say it's okay, but I leave the remaining 8. Who do they talk like that? They are not getting leaders of this country. It's the president of the country. Simply the talk. Say God. Even balance will be the talker. Not even the shame. Oh, now, fun. Maybe this is see our method. See when the method becomes scatter. This message is about people they bring their life on social media. I want you to use what happened to Regina Daniel. Just like that, husband come as I say, I'm fake, not let me get the leg. But just see, because you know why? And Regina Daniel, the husband, wanted to know if you know I love so I want to so you understand? So every body goes to pray. Activate the account, oh boy. So then you don't want to say that you say I give you my you understand? Say you go marry another person, I need to be the last now you go marry another person with that dress where they call our new country where we just get where they call Biafra, where they call put us Soko State. They call put my friend Igolo Mingolo. My brother, I don't tire for the country. Country never start, we never start to the when they cash in the country, I will get problem. Biafra get problem with Nigeria. As they go, they do you cannot do body. They also need to get problem with UK. So we can't get problem with trade. Now we come to the from Finland. You see them, Finland is not Nigeria. They know the rule of law. It's not like Kenya. It's like once that is not said to me. So they will say, both people in the whole land. They say, oh, Finland is not like that. You know the shade. Finland, when they press, when they go declare the Biafra defend the USB. They don't get problem with Finland. You
area of any indictment or anything. Because we know our Prime Minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South legitimized government.
Oh my God.
That is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world has seen how Finland took away our Prime Minister. And within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that they imported into Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse the Prime Minister of anything. They've held our Prime Minister going to almost 3 months, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda, which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not committed anything. You put him away, now going to 3 months, because you partner with Nigerian state, a terrorist state that have very, very low
Hello,
score and
guys.
record in human rights.
How are
Finland
you?
is not part of that. That is
Please,
exactly
guys,
what they're
power
doing.
tap.
No girls could want a slave.
Power tap for me.
Holding
Please
our
like.
Prime Minister for almost 90 days without indicting him yet. You isolate him. You want to break him psychologically. And you think we are just going to sit down and watch you and your cohorts in Nigeria. Your cohorts in Nigeria, they will get into a heart. It's a promise. It's a promise. Because at the end of the day, we know this battle between Nigeria and Finland and Biafra, we are going to see how it's going to end up. So we heard that some of the items they took from the Prime Minister, they are returning them. They are yet to send out any indictment. The one that we saw, I think last week, where they now said that it has something to do with a charge on the use of a name, like Masters of Law, something like that. We understood that that is not true. That there's no charge like that. Maybe some nonsensical press inside Finland, those that hate us and hate our Prime Minister, working inside Finland, they are the one that published that, and we're told to just neglect that, because all of us were waiting on Monday for Finland to charge our Prime Minister for the Master of Law case. We didn't see anything. And again, what Finland is doing is unacceptable. We have those innocent Biafrans that they picked up with our Prime Minister. They are still in bondage in Finland. Those innocent individuals can still not use their bank account, can still not get a job, can still not do so many things inside Finland. And some of them, they have their name on the terrorist list by the Finland government. How can you put somebody's name in a terrorist list and you've not even indicted that person as a terrorist?
anything that if you say now I won't get problem with Finland. Every corner, I know why. Because when they scam, when they use Biafra to nick on our people, when they use Biafra to destroy Southeast. If anybody knows how to talk, like they say, the Nigerian terrorists in our state is killing our people. Now, my brother, no. So Nigeria government now just they put on a back. On our government not talk. On our senators not talk. On our house of rep not talk. Nobody they talk. Now people in the US, when their life is burned, they don't know what to do. Now when they tell you how they want to fight, who are they think? They don't know video, what video, and so they parade people from bush. I am inside bush. As a now forest, like this, the Abraham was they have been away. Before they arrest that camp, they see how much people they make for UK that time. 5,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds, and they pay them. Where they go those things. Oh, they want to get into the smell. Oh, like this. Because they snap picture with some people. I just look. Spain, one break, Catalonia. You see, I said they behave like a lot of countries want, but not even behave. When I don't come to the after to laughing stock. Even people will lost their life because of Biafra, their spirit will judge all of them. Not because of money, when I can't change this thing.
Hello guys.
They make on all people, they destroy our own place.
Welcome to my life. Where are you watching me from?
And see before they go until Southeast won't say their problem is their reputation. When I will continue to fight president or for president, they'll just no, Finland. Now they'll say donate. You won't fight Nigeria, you open account for Nigeria, say me they donate. Those of them when they donate for that account, they go pick on later, they'll come again. Not also not donate money for terrorism. They are arresting our people. Well, I don't know. You've been donate money give any organization where they destroy place. That means you be a power terrorist. You are a terrorist. So they call those people the US, the UK, the other country, they deceive now. But where they done? Because say, oh, the after we start, my brother, this thing cannot work. I mean, they don't answer. All these things are king. They don't different to their laptop, or the next computer, they're not going to say yeah. A lot of people they come to say, which country have you go for holiday or for visiting for tourists? Since you don't get money to go Europe, UK, Canada, or US, better country dey for Africa. Now you should go. Country where is safe to visit for Africa, 8 countries for this 2025 wey you visit. It's safe. The place too safe. Like crime. Out of the top 8, you will shock to see what is and you will see Number 8 country to visit. You know, if you go that country, don't worry, don't guide yourself because country safe. I'm not about we did the same. And what I born I use Tanzania. Very safe for you. Go there, you enjoy your life. Then you go to Waka, you hike. The high things no. Number 7, Egypt. Pharaoh let my people go down that way. In the Bibles, when I use Bibles to read look Egypt, this Egypt where they say, my brother, you are getting it wrong. When you reach Egypt, so we're one of the safe places, and at the night you get one of the most powerful military in Africa. Just not crazy. Number 5, Morocco. Oh God, close to Spain. Close in discharging. When you guys swam Morocco, they country. Still safe place. Number No, come, Africa get place, we say. Number 3, Zambia. Very nice lady, or T74. Let me come say, come take a back. Say, you work for night. Number 2. Akaba. I go. So we gonna go do this thing so. In Nigeria, we do this thing. Already. Ghana, you know about 2. Light everywhere. No kidnapping. No, you understand? Just that if Ghana thief one thief, as you sleep, before you wake up, the thief don't go. The laptop don't go. The thief not the pitch. When they say your phone, your life like no. No one they do that thing. You understand? Very safe place. You can go there. You walk out from night. The country they get light at the same time. No rich man say rich man gonna get light here. Poor man gonna get light here. Like no. As you come police, they don't show. Especially if you know someone may not be a bit of good. That is number 1 country where you go where is safe far from all this 8 was don't go. Oh God, I'm living in my country. I said Nigeria, Nigeria is good to like country wey no safe to go for 2025 now. If they say me they bring them come. The giants. Now they will the giants. You know that so this is the 8th safe country to visit 2025. I mean, now they need talk like this to go and do your research. So other country wey not see on a safe side, tell your police to work hard. Tell your politicians to make the place nice. Now all Nigerian people now they run come Ghana, they come back, all the politicians they hide their children, they don't go up that, they hide. Ghana come our side, come do something work like this. Now the thing don't change. And Nigeria they go that side, now they go to work. From that corner now, politician when we talk, they say, oh, nobody. It's not the politician come. Nah, see. And this is South Africa, they have no now. Only people are sorry, but we're not there now. Cameroon supposed to be here. So, Miss Abby.
Okay.
Cameroon and Nigeria. So that let me go push on and promote. Liberia, I know it's just a big and not too infection. That's I think I just leave and I won't talk more. I want you to do
Il gruppo di lavoro di ambiente nasce più di 20 anni fa.
Pepe, my lover, please. I don't know how we're going to do this. Things are very tough this period. I may not be able to do Valentine's Day. Just be hopeful, Sha. But for now, I don't know what to do. Let me call you. I don't know if be interested in this my Valentine package. No, 100K. I don't have that kind of money. Don't seriously, it's not what you think. It's not. The thing is, actually, I bought this thing for my girlfriend. It's for 5 years. So I need to deliver it to her.
Happy to you and stuff like that. But we're talking on when those messages, I was seeing those things on the girl status. So I just talking to him about it that I've seen something like making.
See, talk something about it. My brother and devil that. Wrong! He's very far away from my back, so I get the biggest tip for Otokutu for our area here. So, Otokutu. Fine boy! They call him for him. Bob, I don't put up for Oku. Very good human being. He don't get one friend. He's the money. Bricklayer. outside, I mean, everything will come outside. Everybody where they do big players and this person is better. Two upstairs. Once. You don't know say they don't get us four. Four God they expect one better pick up. If they want to get better, and from there mobilize people. People like say they kidnap people. I don't need to do before. They kidnap before. Only if you come because of the kidnapper call and say they need 6 million, they need 4 million. He collect about 20-something million from the boy family. Even the boy pick up and the community share, community take like 5 million. Go call the Peter. Peter Alpha like this. Peter say they need to sign or they go sign. Because it's some of the community people for all talk with you. Now they don't finally see now here some people and they move the boy. Bury the boy head for shrine. I mean what's up we ain't done. Now today now police for the life. What did you see police? Did you fly in the church? Jesus. The who they serve is the hand come control the time. They have to pay money. They have to carry the thing to do for this. No difference before you. Because some of them any small thing on our friend and hotel, instead of on our family person, you know what the family says, family sleep, this person. Because we never know who we lost. Sometimes we don't let our friends lost. Trust no one. Friend with person, destiny helper. Who destiny helper the help, not the destiny helper. So when the boy don't make you feel that, the boy don't but you won't hurry. Everybody won't be long. Everybody is hurry. And it puts most of us in problems. See what you get everybody. Like up with his wife and children. But parents will not ever promote because anytime they see another, they say, oh yeah, no matter the children now, everlasting pain. But we know them. They say, those are why you come from. Kudos to the Nigeria police agency. The person of the conference that we call report to as a child police. You see different. You remember what the video was?
My name is Comrade Israel Joe. I want to give an update on the kidnap and the murder of Mr. Polinis, known as Easy, who was one of the biggest boutiques in Kedu at Otokutu in Ugeli State local government area of Delta State. Remember some months ago, precisely early last month, I gave a story of how this boy was kidnapped and the friend called Efimoni was the prime suspect. We can see the custody, we raised alarm, and of course the CID took it over, the case over, and started the investigation. And of course now the case was redirected to the DPO Ekpa CSP Shaba, my very good friend. At the end of it, just today, the suspects, Efe, who is the very close friend, he handles all the investment of Mr. Polinis, the Calabar boy that came to Delta State. He led the police to where this boy was beheaded, and his head was buried in his shrine in collaboration with
life na step by step. So people will be helping. One day get the help a day. One push help at one day inside. Now I invest for problems. Because of this one now, a lot of problems that will come people. This is who they help person that will call it fear. So I this person. You don't blame now. Now people even get good mind. let anybody know when you come. It's a computer and why. Because you see problem. Don't go straight to that is no time. Don't go straight to that is no time. For the past how many days now, Bona Boy they trend with this page. Yeah, nah. Beyonce artist. Bona Boy they wear me white sponsor, lover boy, they do. You see the trend. Wow. I bet this is a normal African game. That US game, every Beyonce artist. As I dey talk to Nana news for uptown now, they so for like say they do the date, do like this, and they watch her. You see, many news don't carry am. You see, we dey talk. We know now about Bona Boy and the girl. Who Bona Boy? I won't call advice. America don't know what they call money. They don't know who they call artists. They don't know who you be. All these bad character will get Nigeria here for guests like this, like I won't call you out that time. You didn't reply. So this one a normal girl when they pay with 20,000 to carry like this. They're not the fully care for that second. Not be later now. One thing with you and the girl happen, you go slap her on when you read your PDD, one moment PDD. The occasional like tiger cage. So we don't advise her now later when you come. Now when you call it, just say, hey, they hate black, they do like they're not they use their law, they flow, and they not they play with their guests. Almost sure you make sure we're in on that board. Yes, who you say no, we're not again, you open body, I say close all the entire body. We just they tell you your bad character you anything else for Nigeria. That place, one person they get sick. Everybody gets it, women get sick. If the girl offends you, don't slap you, don't slap you. Then they fucking check me. Just run, go Nigeria, go breathe down, breathe in, breathe down. Money they will take care, not see the app. They carry people the extra. They will carry you from here. So if now the girl you like, you want money. Okay, your Africa bad character where they slap girl, where they talk to boy or do like this. Well, man, if you ever slap the girl, the thing they go slap her. I mean the advice is so even at the carry play, they go that side so as so it's like I know they see what they happen to the locally like this. I think I hug do okay. When I'm watching here, or we have to put it. As much as I got advice, I'm just so I'm just like boom. People when they insult me about what you talk for Nigerian police, more than 4 years today again. Because when you talk to the head on for police, so because police never do now for Nigeria, I think somebody that when you talk rubbish, they talk. Because see somebody they spend 10 years for what you don't do because you don't get to drive this. Because if I talk now, I say my man, maybe I can make good. What that will not get to inside this small place. My name is Julius Ajobu. I'm from Imo State. I was 20 years old before I get to prison. So I do download music, movies for a living. At Olubede, at the better. So I was raped. I was wrongly accused of what I did not know anything about. 2014, November 7. So it happens like this that I went to a wrong place at the wrong time when I was raped. I went to charge my laptop. So I saw some policemen. They asked me that what is inside my car because I was carrying my laptop. And they asked me what's inside my car. I said it's my laptop. So they said they told me that they want to see it.
So when I opened it, they said that okay, I should follow them to the station. So when we get to the station, they put me in the cell with some other people like that. I did not know them. So before we know, we just see some people that they say that maybe they are looking for someone. His name is Akin. That maybe the guy, I don't know what happened, why they are looking for the guy. So ever since then, we've been to police station. So police station to the SARS. After when we get to the SARS, they just tell us that they are looking for Akin. That if they did not see Akin, that they are not going to release any of us. I started crying and telling them that I did not know anything that I'm talking about. I'm not the criminal. I was going to work, charge my laptop before them arrested me. I asked them what is inside my bag, and I showed them my bag. My bag, I'm having my laptop in my bag. They say I have to follow them to the station. That I am a Yahoo boy. So when we get to the station, from station to SARS, Niger SARS, before we know, we spend almost like a week at the SARS. Oh, what just know that they just brought me outside and asked me that who is Akin? I said I did not know Akin. They asked me that which work is he doing? I said I don't know what work is doing. So they asked me that if they did not see Akin, they are not going to release any of us because I'm not the only one that they wrote. They are just like they are 3 numbers. So since then, I don't know how they are doing it because they just locked me inside the SARS at cell 1 SARS. My family don't even know where I am. Before I encounter someone in the cell, I try to write my address. My mom's address to me that maybe when they're free, just go to my mom's shop and just tell my mom that I'm at the SARS. So to God be the glory, they free the boy. I don't even know his name. So he came to my mom's shop and tell my mom that your son is in the SARS. So my mom came there with some police. So when she came, so she started crying that what happened. I explained everything to her, and she was really crying because they did not allow her to even see me. But they started telling me I'm a Yahoo boy. That I have friends I'm doing Yahoo that my mom to give 5 million naira so that they can bill me. Because they finally go and do the investigation at the area that they fought me. And they tell them there that I did not know anything and I did not even know anything about this thing. That I'm just a neighbor in that place that she just and the staff people came to the SARS and testified that they were to do investigation in that area that we did not know anything about this issue. But the complainant, as in the man that they said the complainant, they said the man is a lawyer, that the man is really powerful. So they have to take us to court. So when we get to court, so our family will come and bail us at the court. So it was when we are going to the court from the SARS, where they want to go and remind us again. It's when I saw the man, the person that they are talking about. So the man started saying that they came to his house to come and rob him and took his Jeep, his Lexus Jeep. So I don't know anything about. I've never bought a car in my life. So I don't know anything about what he's saying. So they took us to the court on the 20th of November 2014. But the court didn't sit that day. The magistrate court didn't sit. So they have to return us back to the SARS. So the next day is on the 21. So they took us back to the court and the court finally sit. And the magistrate answered that it just counted. She counted the charges that against us, and we said we are not guilty. So my family have to go and pay $24 for me. So ever since then they took us to the prison and remind us in prison. So ever since then we have been in prison. So when I get to the prison, like some months, because I can't remember it has been long, some months. So the complainant, that same man, I know him very well. For the first time I saw him when we get to court, so I know his face. So he came to there, maybe he came to come and check some of his clients as a correctional center at the prison. I don't know. But he asked them to follow us out. And we started begging that we did not know anything about this thing, that we should please help us. He said that, yes, he knows that we don't know anything about this thing, but he just wants us to just suffer. He started crying that we did not know anything about that, to help us. And he mentioned something again that if we, he said, the man, the complainant, your mother, he said that if we are thinking that maybe we have lawyer or we have money that we can collect lawyer, and the lawyer we want to go and collect, they will chop our money, they will be collecting money from our hand, they are not going to do anything about this. So I called my family, I said I should not worry, that they are already preparing a lawyer for me. After some months, like 8 months, so the case now come aside, the case to answer at the High Court. So ever since then, we have been going to court at the Federal High Court. So they opened the case, the judge opened the case and asked us again that are we guilty or we are not guilty of the cancer, because they charge us of armed robbery and conspiracy with my other case mates. When we started the court, so we started facing the court, going to court. So the man said that they have I think 2 weakness or 3 weakness. Said he has weakness. It's okay. The judge asked that who are the weakness? Said that the IPO as in the police and the doctor that treated him when he was drunk. The 2 weakness came. IPO did not came, but the doctor came. So when the doctor came and testified, he testified and he never said anything about me that maybe he knows me. And the complainant didn't testify because the complainant didn't come. So he said he did not know us, that the person that he knows is the person that they are looking for. That is the real accused, that is the Akim. That is the one that the judge asked him that, how do you know this person? They said that they can identify him with his tattoo on his body. They said, what about the rest people? He said he knows the mechanic. Because they said, how do you know this person is among the person and the people that came to rob you? He said that he was the one he saw his jeep. Because when they discovered the jeep with at the mechanic hand. So he said that is how he said the mechanic is among the person that robbed him. Then I asked him, what about the rest 3 people that are standing in the front of him? He said he did not know us. That maybe during the time they came to come and take the thing. That is why they came to arrest us together. So we are so happy that don't worry. This case, we are going to win this case. That should not work. That's just be patient. So ever since then, we have been going to court, going and coming. They give us adjournment, adjournment. Sometimes we are going to go to court twice in a year. So even up to when they finally, for like a year, how many years now? Like 8 years now, we have been going to court. Even we never thought. We never. The judge never asked us that maybe we should talk. We never testify. So I was really frustrated that how would I be going to court? I never thought. And I've been spending so many years in prison that it's not fair. So I've been so frustrated and crying at the prison that I did not know anything about this, the lawyer for me. So ever since then, the lawyer has been standing. So I told the lawyer about the plea again. The lawyer said I should not do the plea again. That this case, we are going to fight this case and we are going to win. God will see it through. God will see us through this case. So ever since when we started staying long in prison, I was so frustrated. I have to just tell my family that I want to do this plea again. I can't stay. I'm frustrated. I can't stay in prison anymore. I'm frustrated. I just want to know my fate. I just want to know the day I'm going to leave prison. So I can't just be in prison, spending years upon years in prison, going to court, giving adjournment. So I'm tired. So I just have to do the plea again. When I tell my family about the plea again, so they ask me that, okay,
okay, so father, this is what I want to do. I no problem. So the lawyer they wrote the application for about to play by game. So like they granted her 10 years. So we go to the court. So the judge just pronounced it at 10 years old. That is what how I got my freedom.
You know the kind of pain when they put for this guy for this one. Waste 10 years to wait for what you not do. And police go see say you not do this thing, so they don't even care. All this Nigerian police. Why is it that the police will get way good for inside this country? You know pass 1%. So in 99 when I know that to rob the rest, even if that's it, what to do, you still rob until now do something. Me too. I don't pass through that thing. I do not make God day. And what I know, I still almost 100k. Now I come on that time. That was 2008 or 2009. 100k. You know they call 100k. Some of them get before now. You know wait and pity for me. See threatening. I told them to tear down. My uncle and my armpit man. See the check us every you show me kind of show me when I do short when I'm getting went back with you understand what everything we talk come out at the image. But Nigeria police in our if we talk now we don't put fear for people because who are you to talk? Who are you to like this? The kind of thing one and the people it's like you know it's not the same blood right from us. The moment some of them don't enter police but don't change. They're not like vampire. Way vampire go they look back then they don't. They just change. 12 midnight yeah now 12 not the reach. At 6 a.m. just as how we all go. Oh, I don't shit. When they be like, all this was the Indian police. But when we talk, we say, see person like on a caution. You know, everybody pick up again. In this one, I call it see police. Which one I say you talk? They talk with the battle. When I just say, is there some bad eggs? Also, egg that they did there. Bad egg, yeah, you know they finish. Because you know what? If people now do that, normally spread this, they make everybody be silent. If they say make EFCC they walk away, many of them will be GPU, CP, AIG, all of them will take this. Because if they reach my own already, now come master like that, all of them will take this God. How much of the people that want to do that? They do like this. And I say we don't know too. Only I will voice so that they know. When I say we don't know. That one goes through to other news, no time.
Gentile, vero? Sono testimonia.
Allora saprai che con la formula oxycolor i Gedizza e i profumi colorati.
Ma me lo dice, sono testimonia.
E con lui il profumo dura più a lungo.
Gentile, anche per le polpette. Buona. Ho finito.
They know they use Nigeria they do example now for anywhere they go when it comes to Christianity. Because everybody don't know say for Nigeria nobody dey serve God. Everybody is going after the money. The money. Our brother Patrick, they call him make up cotton for sure. Let's see what you talk about Nigeria. Those of them our time where
Sometimes I wonder why Solomon is considered wise. Because I don't sometimes think he's very wise. Because when you are wise, how do you marry 700 women and have 300 concubines? And these women persuade you to worship other gods. But God determines wisdom in ways that I cannot begin to fathom. But from a human perspective, I doubt Solomon's wisdom. He did not end well. And indeed, it's because of his undoing that the kingdom is divided. He did not end well. The history is about ending well. The story of Elijah and Elisha. He's a person who walked with God and he anointed a success. Ending well means that you must also have a successor. You must mentor others. We live in a it when I read the Bible. I do not know how you read the Bible, but that is how I read it. And you read this Bible and you see consistently that the beginning is not what is important. The end is what is important. Then there is another one who started well and ended poorly. Judas the Iscariot. Started very well, on an equal footing with everybody else. But where does he end? 30 pieces of silver. He repents. Then he hangs himself. And today, how do we remember him? When you talk of a person who has betrayed you, say he's a Judas. He has given the English word language and human vocabulary a word because he ended poorly. You must always ask yourself, how do you end? If you are to contemporize it, they would be cabinet ministers with protruding stomachs and cars with sirens. Like the Twi in Ghana say, when you run after a coward for too long, you'll meet his courage. There is now new theology in the world which is heretical, where we treat the church of God as if it were a casino, that when you pay tithes and offerings, then all blessings will be poured upon you. That is not the message of Christ. Christ is not condemning riches, no. He's simply saying that don't allow riches to be your God, because it is vanity of vanities. Many of you here are baptized, are you not? And you remember on the day of your baptism, you said that you rejected the devil with all his works. Have you rejected the devil with all his works? By deed or thought? Since morning, how many commandments have you disobeyed? Have you not coveted somebody's dress, somebody's wife or husband? Have you not? Have you not in your thoughts thought of murdering somebody or harming somebody this morning, since this morning?
Everything about God that I'm doing. In those days before we have God system, the time say, God don't need your righteousness. God only need your faith. Love thy neighbor and I said, when you have two things, give your neighbor one. Or now the Christian, leave everything, come to the church. Even if God they give you 100,000, show God bring 50,000. They don't want to know the kind of clothes you pass through. Or in the name of say get spiritual problem. Learn how to see. Church too plenty for Nigeria. In she street get 10, 15, 20. But what you go make them money, they not be 10. And some of them will listen to read, listen to what God cannot do does not exist, listen to a video, listen to like this. When I'm broke, okay. When I'm going to say demon, too much of information confuse me. As we serve God rich, you see the kingdom. As we serve God rich, life doesn't work. As we serve God rich, leaders, nothing they touch them with all our prayer. One of those last election, they just do example. That's what the old pastor paid it on big back. So they will fly. He won. No, you know why? Because we are going to fight for the country. All this way they tell you about money, my good and our youth. When you never make money, the guy say, wait for the time, most time is the best. When you make money, you say, I go there answer the prayer. Nothing when you do with your personal man, everything was God. If the pass through something, you're testing a devil with one. You understand? God, please for you for my brother, see the white. See, I'm going to use this election. You don't see Trump, you go church to church. You understand? Thank God. No. It wasn't like people are very nice program. But was everything spiritual. When you don't
us the call upon you now. You should die. Your family, everything. Don't choke with God. They like look at you. I don't know who put up on my mind. So what kind of evil? I just talk about Pastor Christopher who will be so on God now. Even you make God confess. You don't ask yourself, say all the Christians who they allies, any like Boko Haram like this, they never test for them. Only I talk about redeem or I talk about this thing, glory. They keep giving up. They prepare the kingdom of God. They give you poor tire and they will reach this pastor for Nigeria.
È proprio fissato con sti annunci immobiliari, eh? Non ti tocca uscire!
Con immobiliare tutto.
So I talk question. Because lawyers issue. They explain the situation of fidelity. As fidelity is coming back, they will not be on the change one, but just because the lawyer they talk. Those of never one time.
Update about Akpi now. Look at what the build-up of the case. You remember that Fidelity was earlier arrested. After he was arrested, I think he was in detention for 5 days. And after he was arrested, he was in detention for about 5 days, and we were able to secure him bail. And after he was secured bail, the DIG invited us to come back on a social date. So Anapi had to travel, go back to the US. Now look at before then. So before he was released, Burna Boy was invited. Burna Boy came with his team. I think Burna Boy came from US. Burna Boy came with his team, and we all had a roundtable meeting at the DIG's office, DIG FIT. I think his name is Galadachi. So after the roundtable, Burna Boy with his lawyer and his team shared his own part of the story. Said, look. Speedy made some post about him, and maybe it's misrepresentation. And they had the round table, and we felt everything was fine. And everybody went his way. Speedy was allowed to go. And we went with Speedy. I think I was the one that they should have charged of it. In fact, I was the one that brought the shorty, because they asked me that he must get a shorty before he was to be granted bail. So we arranged for shorty, and he was granted bail. So after then, we were asked to report back 5 days later, maybe the next week, and Speedy had to travel. Before then, when Speedy was released, one of the condition precedents, or one of the things that the DIG said, or the police said, that look, we don't want. Burna Boy said, okay, he might not want to face charges of this or that. He joined an apology, and Speedy to start making posts about him, that he has lost a lot of, that he has lost a lot of gig, or he has lost since they made that post, blah blah blah. And we say fine, we advise Speedy and stuff like that. Now, I'm not here to talk about the truth of the matter. It's already in court. It's for court to decide if this is what lawyers call say is subjudice. I am not here to discuss the truth of the matter if Akpe or Speedality, what he said amount to defamation or defamed Burna Boy or stuff like that. What has been my grievances from day one, which I have held publicly so many times, is that defamation has been decriminalized in most of our jurisdictions. Defamation has been decriminalized. That means it's no longer the realm of crime. And what the law says that if not a crime, if it is a civil action, police have no jurisdiction to entertain the matter. It means that once it is a civil action, we cannot use police to come and arrest someone. The same thing with tenancy agreement, and someone is owing you money. Once it is in the realm of civil dispute, police has no jurisdictional right. So what we have been saying, I in particular, I would, is not, those that are following me is part of both my articles of things I've published on this matter is, if Burna Boy is claiming that Speedy defamed him per se or say something about him, you have a right to approach the court and institute an action in civil matter and say, look, that this, and seek for financial damages. But involving police is not more like a pound or more like playboys in the hands of money individual that anybody wants to have the money to hire them, no matter what, you can just mobilize them and this thing. So that has been my grievances. Now look that, don't forget the fact that Speedy has been in detention now for the past 2 weeks. Now the question will always be what have been the lawyer doing. Now the lawyer, the lawyer and my other colleagues, we have been, now from the moment he was rearrested, the point of the police is that they don't want to grant him bail on the ground that he joined to bail the first time. I said, okay, when they asked him to report back. And I also made to understand that police also have some grievances that he made some posts against them saying that they collected bribe and this and that. So most of all those grievances, it's more like a lot of high individuals are interested in this matter. And that is not a ground for him to be detained for this long. He is not a criminal, he's not an armed robber. It's just a civil dispute that he made some post about this, which in court can be said, okay, we approached court. In fact, after we filed to court, and they were only able to sign us a date claiming that there is no more free or empty schedule in the court. Now the date they assigned to us for this arraignment was, I think, 15th of January next year. By implication means that if for us to wait for court, for us to seek for court bail, we have to wait till 15th of January. That means he will be spending the Christmas and festive season there. Now, big note, also note that the police also have the power to grant him administrative bail. The reason why they have not granted him administrative bail till now, for the past few weeks, is something none of us can explain. We've actually pushed all the buttons, we've actually in talks with the DIG, who is now more like the IPO of the case. We've actually talked with everybody. We've actually fight for enforcement for him to we've actually done find out the processes that the lawyer could know how to fight. We've actually made all this of appoint more judicial officers. It will interest you to know that if you want to do a matter in Supreme Court, they will tell you that there is no longer free date. You have to take the data from 2027. Just imagine someone is arrested and detained, so you have to wait till 2027. Mind you that just the same thing that we have in that week. The only empty date or free schedule, the closest date that the prosecutors can get for his arraignment was as far as 15th of January. That means they intend to keep him. He was brought before court last week. That was last week Thursday. We were all in court. Akpe was brought before court. We tried to see if the court will listen to us or due to the fact that he has been in detention for a long time now. Then the judge insisted and said, look, that we have to wait that he will not attend to a matter that is not on the court list. That despite the pleading, I think the prosecutor, who is also a senior advocate, is deputy commissioner of police, we have pleaded and said, look, my lord, this guy has been in detention now for the past 3 weeks. So is there anything we can do? The lordship, the judge insisted that she cannot hear us since the matter is not on the court list, that we have to wait till or come back to court on 15th of January, which is the assigned date.
For Nigeria, yes, lawyer we want to present as a talk. Even with the talk, no wonder they play with them. See lawyer, you see them. My brother, before you say anything, anywhere, there's no case there. Check whether your lawyer is sound, because this country, you need lawyer when they are active in Nigeria to face this people. Your lawyer so what is my client? So how can I collect my client? Oh yeah, you never take that good board, no lawyer. No, now put legality for this case. But you also do case.
That day she went on to buy lawyer this country wey dey see for Nigeria, if your lawyer not do kakaka follow my brother alive, see all the great lawyer see wey dey talk. My brother, you will go back to the school again first. That will be active. You don't even take control. Only you on a camera. You are not sound. Lawyer for Nigeria, you don't know you this kind country. And they advise you because for person to take with this your statement, only you on a camera. Even if you get where you go, you will cut something, cut from here. As a judge, if I be judge, I will still say you lie. Because the way they explain the thing, so if I be judge, I will sentence fidelity to like 50 years in prison because of the way they explain. Come like say you don't know the truth, say fidelity, you really, my brother, Ginger, I will go register you for law school. You go read the game for 10 years before you come back up. The way I tell see you, no. You know, this time I'm blessed. Because of 5,000 naira, we don't lost over 5 children for Nigeria. Because of 5 children. Then they do only their children something for one school. Because say each children will give them 5,000. Some year old boy, some year their shoe. Call center. Children call surplus. Then they expect 5,000 over 7,500 come. Place called shock because of 5K. Because you know why? Hunger is in the land. Now innocent children. They don't coordinate the place where hungry 5K big money. They mash themselves like they cannot come from Monica or Masha. So we have our Africa.
In Oyo State, at least 30 children have died in a stampede which occurred at a fun fair in the Basharu area of Ibadan. Commissioner for Information and Orientation in the state, Dr. Yelade, confirmed that the injured victims are receiving treatment in about 5 hospitals. Senior reporter Radio Yewole has more in this report.
Sorrow and grief fill the air as parents helplessly watch their children get stampeded to death, while others were injured at a fun fair intended to gift 5,000 children 5,000 naira each for Christmas. The ill-fated event was said to have been organized by a former queen of the Oni of Ife, Naomi Shilekunla Ogunwusi, in collaboration with a popular radio station, which held at the open field of Islamic High School. However, the event took a devastating turn when the number of children exceeded the expected 5,000, leading to a chaotic struggle for entry.
This is the open field where at least 5,000 children were supposed to get a token of 5,000 naira each to celebrate this Christmas. But unfortunately, a site that is supposed to be a place of celebration has now turned to a location of sorrow and grief.
Following this incident, Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Adebayo Lawal, visited one of the hospitals where some injured children were taken. The doctor confirmed that 4 children were brought in dead, while others are still receiving treatment. The Oyo State Deputy Governor revealed that the government was not aware of the event.
The security agencies said they were not contacted. That queen should turn in herself to the police immediately. And then the radio station, proprietor of that radio station, should also turn in himself.
Mothers who lost their children to the tragic incident are still in shock, struggling to come to terms with the unimaginable loss that has befallen them.
This thing will happen. I just US and UK. like go bring the lawyer for the female call. For these people example. All this one they say they arrest people, they do like they don't say it's this, they tell it can happen, only like this. Now God give God. And they are law, we know they follow law. Now you see our artists here. If they go UK go do show, they tell they say the place now 100,000 or 20,000. And 20,000 people you are alive. If he pass like that, you don't have problem, right? But now 20, now 20 enter, anything enter, they also pay. But yeah, law, nobody they follow law. Everybody they live life like this baby. I don't know that my time. That's the recipes. We know. Oh, my, you get boys. Our sister. Not finally win the case. Those of them they follow us because we are jump from one place to another. This woman went in my back, so he don't marry. Very poor, give her husband. For over 12 years to how many years now come? The man will just give the woman some kind of drug them. The woman will sleep, he will go, nobody gets on drug for you take, you will give to wear. You understand? They will not bala. The man will bala around, then put out on social media, they invite men. Over 50 to 70 to 80 men come, they dagger, they go, they dagger. The woman said, they listen at the man. They know they dagger for the part, and the man, they dagger, the man, they record everything. Full, with proofing, or. That one, when they talk about that guy for Kotoria, this one. That one, they agree for the video. This one, the man don't know. The wife, the whole wife, we fight people like this, but they don't know they listen at normal. Sometimes they call you. Don't listen now. The man wife always. Or the way the man don't go one supermarket, so they want spy people find, they want video, right? People go best. Go pump it, they stop it, they take your food. He will phone you, they take you meet him. He phone na city to see for your calls, you pay good. Now then they go to police go meet your wife, say, oh China. You see say they do all this thing, you know, the woman say don't know. And the woman just sue the man, where they caught. The woman don't finally know the case. The man now they sentence away 50 other, which is 51 of them, to prison. The man 20 years in prison. Don't ever watch that.
This is an important day for France and for Giselle Pellicot, a woman who went on from being a victim to a symbol of strength. We've told you about her story before. Her husband, now former husband, drugged and raped her. Not only did he do it himself, he invited dozens of other men to violate her. Since she was drugged, she did not even realize what was happening to her. This went on for more than a decade. Then the husband was picked up in some other case, and during the police investigation, this sordid tale came out. It turned her world upside down. It shocked the world. The case went to court in September this year, and now the trial is over. Dominique Pellicot, the former husband, and one of the worst sex offenders in French history, has been given the maximum punishment, 20 years. 50 other accused men have also been found guilty. What does the verdict say? How did Giselle and her family respond? And can this shocking case change how we talk about sexual violence? Here is a report.
Nuovo Skinny Lotion Full Coverage, 24 ore di tenuta e idratazione, finish matte naturale, Clarence. Barbara del latte barista, per un cappuccino che lascia il segno.
Most of the world did not know what Giselle Pellicot looked like, but that changed on September 2nd when she opened the doors to a historic trial. Soon, her face dominated the Parisian streets during marches. Posters of her face were pasted on buildings, and the image of Pellicot, standing with her head held high in a courtroom, became a symbol of across the globe. Pellicot is the 72-year-old retired grandmother whose husband, Dominique Pellicot, drugged her, sedated her, raped her, and recruited dozens of other men to violate her, to inflict unimaginable sexual violence on her for over a decade. Her months-long case has stunned France and the world alike. Pellico, who has since divorced her husband, pushed to make this historic trial of 51 men public. Now the trial is over and the verdicts have been levied. Dominique Pellico has been given the maximum sentence. He has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. All of his 54 defendants have been found guilty as well. The long list includes a nurse, a soldier, a journalist, a prison warden, and delivery drivers, aged from 26 to 74. 47 men have been convicted of rape, 2 of attempted rape, and 2 of sexual assault. They have received jail terms of between 3 and 15 years. When Giselle Pellico left the courtroom, she was greeted with cheers. Thanking her supporters, she said she never regretted making the trial public.
This trial was a very difficult ordeal, and in this moment, my first thoughts are with my 3 children and my grandchildren. It is also for them that I fought this battle. I never regretted this decision to make the trial public. I trust now in our capacity to collectively seize a future in which each one of us, woman and man, may live in harmony with mutual respect and understanding.
Pellico says that the verdict was sufficient, but her children are disappointed by the low sentences, and so are campaigners and supporters.
So we have just learned that Dominique Pellico got 20 years. We expected it. Since the beginning, we thought that this was not enough, but we knew it was the maximum sentence.
While the sentences may have disappointed most of France and the world, there is no denying that the case has sent shockwaves through the country and fueled hope for change.
I don't know if this will change anything in the future. I hope it does, and that in terms of justice, that it will stand as an example.
The strength of one woman that garnered international solidarity has been met with a national reckoning. It has transformed how we discuss sexual violence, how we shift blame to survivors. Even today, more than 100,000 women face sexual violence in France every year. Globally, the number is 1 in every 3 women.
Your own wife might be wicked like you for people. Some people are supposed to be even if they see. Some people are supposed to be like TV or fan. If you see through them as TV, all this kind of TV they can expose, right? Some people are supposed to be cook, or some people are supposed to be toilet. They just this guy people see in East Africa. This guy people see war. People don't get joy to destroy people. Why? Even to keep bishop, you get bishop. Oh yeah, no orienta. That will go through the whole time. Well, we they say we don't get country, and our judiciary they help they destroy this country. When we they say police they take bribe, some of us not really know why our police they take bribe. I'll turn that to you. Because if police self see no gather catch thief or catch corrupt people, if they kind of reach court now judge collect bribe. Let me cut this so we pass through. It is so. We all just face police, we know the one face our judiciary and our judge. No wonder they say most corrupt people from Nigeria are judiciary. Yeah, fellow, when I say mafia, you don't take money, that 110 billion. When you say you want to change it to million, do it yourself, because you don't send it to school. Not every time, I will calculate go here, I will go here, I will do this, sometimes I'm seeing you now. 110 billion will give you anything when you calculate with the calculator. My brother, let's go to see this one. Best way mafia, that kind of court don't grant that. And who suffer the court to suffer EFCC. EFCC will run go there. Hey, everybody will run go there. Hey, you know they will fear the law. You understand now? He felt to believe them, to believe. I say to believe, officer, no. He felt turn around. You understand now? Before they go, for that nonsense, some I have a very good first 1 year first. That's the bad church case. So another person with one. I have very fair TPD court, TPD EFCC, TPD Nigeria. Now it come now, they don't grant a bill 500 million. They don't grant a bill. Why PDD? Even in lawyer and the court, they won't pay. Tell them how much they won't pay. Look at the year for
$50 million.
50 million plus us and the rest. The judge say no, they won't be allowed this monster enter the town. Better say they will block her, they will mark this. Say no. Say they did because of what they don't do. They see country, they see judge. In the Nigerian judge now, $50 million. Oh yeah, they get away. 50 million too much now. Get away. They'll bring 50,000 guy. I have to look at this. Okay.
The Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja has granted the immediate past State Governor Yahaya Bello bail in the sum of 500 million naira, I beg your pardon, and 3 shorties. The trial judge, Justice Marianne Anene, made the pronouncement after listening to a fresh bail application brought before the court following the court's refusal to grant Bello bail at the last sitting. Bello, alongside 2 others, Umar Oricha and Abdusalami Hudu, are facing trial on 16 counts preferred against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, bordering on criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion naira. The court, however, granted the second and third defendants bail in the sum of 300 million naira and 2 shorties alongside other conditions. Further reading out the conditions for Bello's bail, the judge held that the shorties must be responsible for citizens who are landowners, in any of the listed areas in Abuja, Asaba, Guzabe, Ato, or Asukoro.
Non mi sembra di essere così male come testimonianza, no? Sull'ace detersivo ho detto che è efficace anche con i bucati più sporchi. È stato gentile, ho persino detto che la formula oxicolor igienizza e spacchia i colorati. Me la cavano, no? Gentile. Allora di te, non guardarmi così, permaloso.
Darling, only Jane.
Super. You see, next time now, we EFCC won't that governor. We're not going to carry a court. We just tell the governor, hello, go away here. We just let ourselves here. The guy go court now. Judge the federal take his office. So we all will destroy this country. Judiciary, EFCC, everybody will destroy the country. Then later when the fight people run fast for this country to pray for this country. We just a joke. Until we learn to respect the law for this country, our life will change. If the law will not respect that, if the life bring Jesus Christ, come rule Nigeria. Nigeria will say bad. Tinubu said to come out, Nigeria will say bad. Even your people see come, you go, Nigeria will say, you know why? Country now law first. Law first. But this country don't respect the law. Who thief 400 or something? They don't give am 500 million pay. And you, the judge, now they say they pay 500 million pay. How much be salary for 8 years with the governor? You reach 500 million? No. So you be able to encourage her to thief. Oh, God. I dey on my own. I don't even know what I want to. Whether make I watch film or make I not just know. Or do film with the now I'm gonna say we dey collect back. As CGN take the own back. Some big politicians take their land. Wicked. This is the wrong shot.
The area known as the Federal Capital Territory has a landmass of approximately 7,315 square kilometers, and the power to allocate the land resides in the FCT Minister, according to the Land Use Act. The number of undeveloped land in the nation's capital was one of the major concerns of the FCT administration affected include the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, and former Cross River State Governor, Mr. Leo Limoke.
For religious dance, Ukazuki, is of 3 months, Uka New Year additional time. So our people should stop this issue. Oh, he's targeting a social group. He's targeting a social religion. He's targeting a social ethnic group. No. It is for the interest of all of us. Don't allow politicians who will have one squabble or the other, who have no capacity to face me in the war front, political war front. Then they fall back to religion or ethnic sentiment.
Fast forward 15 months after, the FCT administration has revoked more properties belonging to prominent Nigerians. This time, members of the ruling All Progressives Congress Party are affected as the minister revoked land titles belonging to several high-profile individuals, including former President Muhammadu Buhari, the Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, ex-Chief Justice of Nigeria Justice Walter Onoge, Secretary to the Government of the Federation Mr. George Akume, and about 760 others.
Well, let me.
In this kind of position,
Okay, what is next? What is next? What is next?
Let heaven fall. It is even better that heaven comes up now. So I will not be fasting again to go to heaven. Anybody who thinks that I will take open land for whatever will without formal approval.
The minister maintains that his administration is determined to clean up the FCT land registry, and residents should expect more revocations in the days ahead.
Sometimes I will not look Nigerian leaders, look them. I'm always like, well, I don't have to say everybody. So now I'm saying a lot of, like, the way Nigeria is crazy, like everybody is meant to be. I don't know. We one land, we came before them. I don't know this Nigeria, how would they feel like saying, we dey talk with Russia? All this one when you see it, I guess they want big church for them, for the Abuja and government land. And also this one when they say you collect from Buhari, collect from like this case of people you sue, they go court now, they collect like Buhari, I collected this car. One of them a lawyer, big judge, like I collect this car. So who are you? So you understand that? I was like, don't. Lord, no, don't believe any. This one go like this one go like. I have the problem of Nigeria. Lord, the war. What do you do for a plan? No, for seven, collect the land, but there are no people who see the problem. Don't say forget all this as I collect only to collect the land. Everybody like that. Who military man forget saying I'm the president. I been up in this Nigeria we know all the works, 2 feet. Can you help me that we collect Buhari land? I remember I don't know Buhari no more use that one. I don't use Buhari name. Or life down.
Okay, finish.
Since I did come, I don't lost a lot of things. I lost my freedom. I know they got freedom. I lost it. With all these things, why they do? Oh, Parana, oh, like this. Because people might see the one about something, but I don't insult them. And I don't do the call. Because I talk about my pastor, I talk about my leader, I talk about my party, I talk about my mentor. So finally, this is my last company. And my resign with alliance, one of these top companies, just stop. Finally, don't give me war. New war. Better war. Because this one comes to insult my full life. Oh, man. You want to put it walk. We got to enjoy you. Wow. This is enjoying. Oh, you fired down. Me when they never touch your body, things don't spark, electric don't, transformer don't burst. You understand? I want it to get more. I don't resign. My son is like, only ladies, single one. Those of them don't marry, single ladies, very few, from 18 to 40. I don't know. From 40 something to 50 something to 100, some women are there. Oh, what's wrong with that? Come on, come on, press it. They start pressing you people who are moving. Sometimes I wonder where all the other parties came from Nigeria. All those other parties like PDP, YPP, AC, Labour Party. Yeah. Because we
Constant.
people vote on us so that people will hear on for Senate or as a friend. But we not the hear. Only people who go to hear about now APC go to tackle APC. Remember what? Something like that.
Thank the President and the Executive for laying the budget. Mr. Speaker, a lot of the things have been said already. I'll try to stick to time as quickly as possible by focusing on what I think is important. Current climate is what is being discussed. Mr. Speaker, I want to ask again that this House remembers to compel the Executive to implement the Orensai report. That's one. Two, we need to cut down on costs, Mr. Speaker. As rightly heard, the recurrent of various budgets.
Members need to be in this room to vote on this particular bill. So, for those who are moving around, please sit. Make sure you contribute in voting for this.
Can I go on, sir? So, is in every budget, even a young person like myself, we budget for vehicles every year. We budget for utensils every year. So what I would like us to do, sir, to open more revenues or block loopholes, is to look at all these ministries that are making their budgets. If they bought vehicles last year, please, they should just relax now. Vehicles will expire. These are the little things, Mr. Speaker, that unless we start looking at them, the loopholes we talk about will not come out. I want to thank the leadership for sessions like this and other experienced members. It's a learning opportunity. But in this, the Orensai report should be list. That is one. The second most important thing to me, since I was I'm still a young man, since I was a boy, budgets every year come with new these things don't expire, sir. We should cut them. We can't be asking Nigerians. We can't have tax while as leaders we are not cutting anything. So I urge the chairman, I'm honored, sir, that I chair a committee as CBN and my budget is not that are more expensive than myself. Nigerians are tired of every agency crying fork and knife every year. We should show them how serious these drastic cuts. I really trust the chairman of the Appropriations Committee and to raise this issue. It's an opportunity to speak and may God continue to guide us to do what's necessary for our people. Thank you, sir.
APC, nice sense they come outside with their mouth. APC. See, they don't tire for all this year, every time, every year. They buy bread, they do like this, they do like this. APC. Oh, now the Labour Party, PDP, like one and they condemn this party. We never ever see what at the top of House of Rep or bless you. That's why I say people talk truth. I didn't know. Someone like you have to talk about our concern. So the other part, if we are ready, place where they forget us. I mean they off mic against us. A nice one. That was still bad. That was still called. That was still steak. I said B. As I talk to Nana, I don't confuse. People call her confuse. They confuse me. This spokesperson from Nigeria police on my side. He said the rain cause of someone and change for that because cyber stalking or like guided. As in doctor, we can see that is there any cause of someone is not a criminal offense? See for where he wanted to move on. He says challenge the first PRO to come outside where he takes here and say this a criminal offense. Now I'm confused. When I make I listen to Nigeria police or make I listen to law, they confuse me now. This country is a confused country. The two people who are supposed to know law, we don't know which one don't know the law now. Whether na Muyiwa or na Epion. I'm on the Epion side. But the guy tried me, they asked for. Any small thing police report, I don't know whether I'm a great law because he's a lawyer. And I need to do this one now, don't come, don't put my name everywhere. I want to cash me. Now I'm talking. He said when you come outside, Muyiwa. Say, when you go prove and according to what you say for police to put person like you to the represent they say through put out them they see what you get right. They see what you are lawyer right. Not be me right now because I need smart Nigeria police. I'm my work carry. These two false PRO who you want are the writing that they bring disgrace to Nigeria police. Some of them they work, they don't work. I don't stay different country. I never see a police PRO with parade people. Later they'll make people not waiting that they parade the people. Now they salty. That is criminal offense. Because if you say no law, when I go parade person without a lawyer one day, nothing, when I come to even by the don't buy mine, not a create content. Time when I'll take work to bring people to let the one you know things they bring like change police one at time or when I don't do it, when I don't turn the PPRO something to content creating, any small thing I don't get social media, I don't post, I don't do like this. And they see other people, other countries, they don't behave like the one that they behave. Real things where you now they help police, even the police when I do. Police they suffer. Police they hold their money. Oh, another people talk out of it, get their money to like any small thing. I want to cash innocent citizens. Now lawyer don't come challenge it. Like we insult inside who you are. Oh yeah, go put blood to run now. When I go court, good one. I bet my guy like it for this thing. Too big go for you. Better make it dog. For you, maybe this Christmas I hear so I want to use dog.
La natura si prende ciò che le appartiene. Eravamo una rivalsa permanente.
Thank you.